What do we think caused these incidents, these fire incidents? What do you think is the cause of these fire incidents? Why did the incident happen?
It could be cigarettes, fire, electrical. I don't know. It could be anything.
So the answer is it could be cigarette or it could be anything. Is it cigarette or anything? Precious.
No, cigarettes. I prefer because people
Cigarette.
smoke inside that place. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Actually, someone was smoking. It was it was one of the spectators that was smoking and then dropped a cigarette, when it was filled with the ecstasy of the,
Yeah.
of the,
That's it again.
but there is one thing that actually led to that. Yes. When you look at it, it dropped the cigarette. Yes, quite all right. Yeah, it did. But one thing actually helped that particular incident to have happened.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, it's a great, but there is one thing that is very important. That's the lack in that stadium that led to the incident that gave hand into, that really assisted the fire to have gotten to this point.
Oh, yes. Could it be ventilation?
Ventilation, no.
It was a discovered secret. So they had
Okay.
waited.
Anyway, you got it. Yes, you got it halfway. If we should look at it, yes, somebody dropped a cigarette, a lighter cigarette, but there is something that is very important. It as important to them as it is important to us to at Up Pension. So it's something that virtually every organization must have in place, must ensure that yes, they put in place and they from time to time check, assess it to see that yes, we're in good position. So and that thing is poor fire
Fire
safety
extinguisher.
standard. Not really fire extinguisher. It's poor fire safety standard. Yes. You remember I mentioned something that when the guy that was smoking, when he dropped the lighter cigarettes, it fell on some liters. Yeah, it fell on on the litter part of the under the seats, under the pavilion there. The pavilion there were littered. And there had been one or two things that have been mentioned to the club long before that match would take place. That they should change their roofing seats. I mean, their wooden roof, and they should also change the wooden seats that they are using at the stadium. That is against the county's safety standard. But they refused to do that. Though there were some other changes they were trying to make, but they have not done the actual change that were, that they were instructed to change. I mean, to effect, which is ensuring that they change their wooden roof, they change their wooden pavilion, the seat where where the spectators were sitting, the stands were all wooden. So they were asked to actually change it to iron, using iron roof, using more like a cemented pavilion where the spectator would sit. All these measures were neglected until when this thing happened. This singular event was what led to critical change in the safety standard that was adopted by all stadiums in the UK at the time. Because the incident resulted into about 56 deaths, over 300 or 200 people were injured. And then again, this resulted into about 154 claims when some legal test cases were brought against the club. It involves about 110 civilians in the case and about 44 police officers in that case. So just look at how serious it became for that club. It's not only that they lost money, they lost life, they lost properties. And we had some citizens that actually even sued them. There was a particular woman that sued them for the loss of life of her husband. So all these things put together, you can see the magnitude, the extent to which the impact of fire outbreak can bring. So it comes with, when we're talking about fire, I'm just saying this for us to understand how serious, how severe fire incidents can be. It cannot, especially in that kind of climate where there is, a very standard legal framework. It will not only result into loss of life and loss of properties alone. No, there's still going to be some follow-up cases that will come that will be instituted against the organization, claiming damages here and there. So that is why it is very, very important for us all to take it very seriously when we hear about fire. So, as I said, we cannot overstate the importance of taking fire safety procedure or fire safety measures. So it can never be overstated at any point in time in our life. So it is quite important that we ensure that, yes, this fire thing that we're talking about, everybody actually take it seriously. That is